Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. I hope you're having a great day. I see we already have a bunch of people in the chat. Joseph Nesbitt, Brick Sergeant, Queen Brick City, Redcoat Kyle. I see Kyle changed his name, and I did take care of you in Discord as well, Kyle. Kip Hoffman, Amanda, Suspect, and Steve Weiser. Hey, how you doing, guys? Yes, kind of an early show, I guess. Trying to do them a little bit earlier. Last night, I know a lot of people weren't watching, but I actually finished what I consider to be finished anyway for now. All the different variety of Mills plates on my table. I still have more to do, but I want to take a break from that for a while, and I'm going to start actually building this. And thank you so much, Brick Sergeant. That was awesome of you, my friend. Brick Sergeant just donated $3 and gave the thumbs up. One of the things that's cool, and it's what's funny that Brick Sergeant actually just donated that, is he has a supersized version of this. When I say a supersized version, his cars are actually longer, and it really is a great looking set, or I shouldn't say set, a great looking modification the way that he did it. I am going to tell you though that I am going to just be building this the way that it is. I have 2 of these in total, just to show you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build both of these as they are. I'm going to leave the actual engine out of them, and I'm going to be putting a 9-volt engine in it to actually propel this around my track. That's what I've decided to do myself anyway. But let's go ahead and get this first one open, and let's get started. Sorry about that, Mike. Yeah, I know seeing Paul Bot does give a lot of people nightmares. I won't do that very often, though, I promise. In Phantom, hello. Paul Bot, how you doing? Brooks Bricks, hello, my friend. Do I think that they'll have a new train coming out in 2022? I would say yes, but I can't say 100% certain. But I would highly expect it, yes. And I think a lot of people would love to see it. What I'm wondering, if you're wondering if it would be a passenger train or not, though, let me say this. I don't think it'll be a because typically the passenger trains, it seems like it's every other year. And considering they just had this yellow train last year, I wouldn't expect a passenger train, but possibly a freight train. But I could be wrong. Well, I was trying to be a little more polite, but yeah, you kind of got to pick the gist of it there, Matt. Jamie Jackson, hey, how you doing? Wendy Kimbrell, hello. Well, it took you, so you used 6 trains to actually do the modification on yours, Brick Sergeant? Is that what I understand? We don't need any of this track. I might even start selling some of that track. I don't even need that remote. I need to find bag 1. Which the curve track I like because I use it for buildings. I was really fortunate in the aspect of when I got this, I got it on sale, and I think I paid like $90 for it. That's why I bought 2. It was one of the Christmas sales that they had last year for, when I say last year, 2020's Christmas sales. I'm just going to leave the box over there for my garbage. Oh, okay, you used 3 for the mod. Now we're going to start with 1. Like I said, I honestly don't even need this engine. And before I even get started, I'm going to go grab my 9-volt engine. And it's funny, it's part of the reason why, oh, let's say it was right in front of my face. I forgot I had it over here last night while we were doing the live stream. Queen City bricks, to me, that is a very good way to use them as well. And you know, one of these days I need to actually make a video, because I intended on that, to show that that does work. I might try and do that tomorrow. But that is another great way to actually do the 9-volt track, is the tape method. Well, just so you know, this is the 9-volt motor. So I was waiting for the camera to come into focus. I bought a couple of these recently because I want to be able to make everything on my table obviously 9-volt, but all you have to do is you have to buy these, and you do have to have the 9-volt track as well. But all you simply do is just put this into the train. You don't need the battery pack or anything. You know what, now that I'm looking at it, I don't even think I need to open bag 1, because bag 1 was really just... Yeah, I don't even need bag 1. So, for the time being, I'm just going to set that to the side, and let's get down to the engine. Hello, Ember Vanderholt. Hello, a Lego Brick Channel. Which one is this? This is bag 3. I need to go to bag 2. There we go. Bag 2 first. It helps if we start at the beginning. In the beginning, there was a man named Paul that liked to annoy everybody. Now, something I was told, and I want to see if it's true, is that you can't use these, and I honestly don't see where it's a problem at all. Somebody told me you can't use the new style ones on those, but to me they look identical to the old ones. The thing I will note is the new ones have a little dot there, and the new ones have a little round spot here. Just to show you, this is a 9-volt side piece, and this is the new side piece. And as you can see, the difference is there's the notches here. That's what makes this little particular part, anyway, vintage. Let's get some of this stuff out of our way. Well, bag 1, there's no point at opening. I already do have it open, but I'm not building the train stop portion of it. I don't need it. Yeah, I had to buy those guards, Steve. I didn't have any, but I found some on eBay. Or not eBay, I found them on... Actually, I found one set on eBay, and I bought 2 sets off of Bricklink. Because it just didn't look right having the train run around the track without that little guard piece on it. I don't see how it'll blind the wheel. To me, I'm going to try that out, because the new ones that just came with this set, I think would work fine with that. Like I said, though, I will test it at a later date. That's a great idea, Matt. Say, Mills is the way. At least in my opinion. It does eat up a lot of parts, though. I mean, I get why a lot of people don't want to do it, because it is a bit pricey. But mills is definitely the way to go. At least in my opinion. And once you go mills, you never go back. Hey, Janet Lutter, how are you? When do I leave for Texas? I am leaving Sunday, probably. We're either looking at leaving Sunday or Monday. But it'll be after New Year's is when we're going. The only thing I will complain about a lot of these train sets is, you know what, I'm not even going to put them on for now. I'm just going to build it. We'll worry about the stickers later. The stickers honestly annoy me anyway. Now, the way this is built, it's built to hold the battery box, and I'm still going to build it this way, but I'm not going to have a need for it. And thank you so much, Art Claxton. Art Claxton just donated $1.99 and says #1. And again, thank you so much, my friend. I hope you guys like the new notification on the screen also. I did that before I went live today because I thought that was an interesting little thing to make sure that you guys actually get recognition for your donations. Now we're skipping this portion because we are not using a motor. We're going to be doing ours in a 9-volt manner. So we don't need any of these parts. The only thing we do need is this. We got to have this because we got to have our little attachment point. Now let's put this wheel truck together. Mark, how are you, my man? Did you get that Death Star done yet, buddy? Or are you still working through it? Yeah, I am definitely with you, Queen City Bricks. I am not fond of the stickers either. Not fond of them at all. I would much rather have printed pieces, but and we were actually discussing this in the stream last night also. I do understand why they do it. Obviously, it's so they can have some better profits. So, I mean, I get that aspect of it. But I'm not a fan of them. I really don't even like putting them on. And like I said, I'll see how the train looks without them. The only sticker that I really would want is the very front piece, the sticker that goes on this, because that actually makes the train look good. But other than that, as far as the stickers go, I don't know that I want any more. Oops. Knocking pieces off. So there's that piece. And then the engine, because you were asking about the engine, all you do, and it's converted to 9-volt. I mean, there is nothing else to do to convert it to 9-volt. I'm just not going to have the battery box in it. So going 9-volt is really that simple. Like I said, no unnecessary conversions or anything that you really have to do. And I'm only going to need the one motor, so that's the only motor I'm going to be installing on this particular train. Two bags left, which is about 10, yeah. because there is a ton of parts in each bag. So I'm definitely with you, buddy. Macro Bricks, thank you so much, buddy. He says, Happy New Year's all when it shows up. Yes, it'll be here before we know it. Today's already Wednesday, so New Year's Eve is just 2 days away. But thank you so much for that awesome donation, buddy. I appreciate it. I almost think that would be easier to work on without that plugged in yet. I am actually looking at possibly streaming on New Year's Eve night as well, for anybody that's interested in joining. Hello, Aaron, and thank you so much for asking. I am doing good, and I hope you're doing good as well, my friend. No, I typically, even if I'm not using them, I still keep all my stickers. I have a drawer that I keep all that good stuff in. And that's the right color. Now here's some stickers that I have to use. Because if I don't, it would not look right. Two days, 4 hours and 44 minutes? Boy, you got it down, buddy. So that's one of those stickers I have to put on. Because the train will not look right without them. Oop. Slap bang in the middle of the timeless period of Christmas and New Year's. All you know is cheese, cheese, and more cheese. I'm glad to hear you're doing good as well, Aaron. That one. Pinchas Lewis, how are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And how many other people out there actually own this set? I know Brick Sergeant does because I've seen his creation of it. Also, can you guys hear the music I have going? And Pinchas Lewis says, so obviously I didn't say your name right, and I apologize. He just donated $4.99 though, even though I'm butchering his name, obviously. At least that's what I'm taking it as. The try again. Again, thank you so much for that awesome donation. That was very kind of you. It's like I tell everybody, I will be the first to admit I only speak one language, and that language is English. And I will be the first to admit that I don't even speak that language that well. So please don't take offense. I am just a poor, very poor at enunciations. Joseph says he has this set. Embers, he's got it too. Wendy says, would you recommend this set for a first train? Yes, I think it's a great train. I've actually built this before. The first time I built this, though, it was for that commission job that I did in New York City, and I thought it was an amazing looking train. So I would recommend it for somebody. It's a really affordable price too, so that's awesome. And good, you can hear the music. Good. Ben Avery says no Bochum. Matt says I've got it also. Pinchas Lewis says you got Pinchas Lewis. I hope I just said that right. Says I got it. So I'm talking about his enunciation. Purple Rhymes, greetings to you, my friend. And Rocky 1790 says own 2, a club car and a bag car, 2 engine cars and 4 cars. Awesome. So you have a very large version of this. The more is always the better, in my opinion. I have several trains myself, and most of them I have not built, and I'm hoping to start changing that because I want my city to start filling up, and this to me is the only way to get it to start filling up, is to just start building all of these sets that I have. Michael Lewis, hey, how you doing? Let's say I don't watch Robin Hood Bricks personally. That's just my opinion. I have enough trouble trying to maintain my own channel. And thank you so much, Bree Tucker. Good evening, my friend. Brett. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Brett. I really appreciate it. That was awesome of you. Brett just donated $20. Thank you, my friend. Hello, Bricklock, Illinois. Yes, I have. Well, I can show you my current size of my build table, and I'm actually. Okay, what did I miss here? Or are these parts for the next portion of the train? Nope, I see what I missed. No, because that's there. What I was going to say, though, is give me just a second, and I will flip. Yeah, I don't see where I missed nothing. The problem that I have with these is the glare on these is so bad. Oh, I didn't flip the page. And I'm forgetting that I didn't do the track, or I'm not doing some of the parts of it because I'm 9 volt. So that is what some of my problem is. Okay, I'm gonna go put this back on now. I still have to deliver it to Houston, which I'm doing after the first of the year. But as far as the build itself, yes, the build itself is completed. Anyway, real quickly, because somebody was asking me if I have the space. I'm hoping you can see it that way. That is my build table. And yes, I definitely have the space for the track. My current Lego display space is it's 298 square feet is what my build space actually is. Let me shrink that back down now. But I will be extremely happy once I'm able to deliver that. And like I said, that will be here on the 5th is the day that I actually have to be there to deliver and set up. I have everything packaged except the oil rig portion of the display. So I do still have to do that. But other than that, everything else is packaged up. I've got the tower packaged, which was the biggest headache due to the fact of it was such a tall, long, fragile build. Oh, I see that, Paul. Thank you. You're right, I missed that. Everything else should be spare parts and stuff that I didn't use because I'm not using their motor. That's Master Lego guy. I like that brick lock. Aaron, yes. I think having the yellow train in there is really definitely going to make it pop. I totally agree with you. And I personally loved this set when it first came out. As far as the color scheme of it. And bear with me. Do. I will be driving it down. It would be a nightmare to try and fly it there before I got there because as we all know, and I'm sure a lot of you have had experiences like I've had lately in dealings with shipping and whatnot, I would think if I tried to ship it and go down there and then try and set it up, if I flew down there, let me put it that way, I don't think that once I got there, there would be anything left of it. And driving it down is the most secure way to know that it's going to arrive there in one piece. Thomas Davey, how are you? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, Michael Lewis says he's been just starting to build the Rex Rampage set today. How do you like that? And we are going to be skipping all this, trying to get it in the camera. I'm not using any of the battery system at all, so, well, you know what? I take that back. Because that's built onto the battery, so I still have to, I don't necessarily have to, I could build something else, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the battery. Just because it's going to help me fill this cavity in. I will have to come back at a later date and do something different with it because I really don't need it. But because this is designed this way, I'm just going to go ahead and run with it for now. It'll make life easier on me. Kenneth Swan, hello, hello. Rita Wilson. The only alteration is I'm not using the remote control. I'm not using the original motor or any of this stuff. So all this is optional equipment for this particular build. I just, quite simply, you just take your 9-volt motor and you plug it in its place and it's converted, guys. And like I said, I'm only using this battery box right now just because it's going to be quicker and easier for me to use it as filler. That is quite simply the only reason I am even using this battery box, because it is part of the build itself. Do I have the 60051 that I could put in my city as well? Yes, I do have that set. I have the Emerald Knight. I have pretty much every train that's been out over the last 10 years. Right now, though, this is the only one that I'm building, but I do intend on putting a couple, because I have this. I'm going to run on one track, and then I'm going to be running on another track. I'm going to be running Freightliners. So I will have that, and I will also have the Harry Potter train, and I'm planning on modifying that as well to run around in my city. So that is something else you can expect to see. I do intend on building a train yard, yes. When I'll get to it, I don't know. But I do intend on having a train yard, because like I said, I have a ton of trains, and a lot of them I'd like to have on display, like the Crocodile, the Emerald Knight, because the Emerald Knight's one of those trains I really don't like to run or have it run. It's just, oh, we got a new subscriber. Well, thank you, Yenny. It's not a very friendly build for running. Kind of like the Crocodile train, it's one of those trains that's just problematic if you try to get it to go through the city, where this should fly through the city relatively nicely. And I'm totally with you. I wish they would bring it back too. I don't think they ever honestly will, but it would be awesome if they did bring it back. And I know I've said this time and time again, but I don't know why they ever ended the 9-volt system. It's easier to maintain, it's environmentally friendly, which is what LEGO always claims they want to be, because you don't have all the battery crap that you have to use. So why they won't do it, other than the fact of, like I have discussed, it's an issue of they can't make the parts in-house, is my understanding. Or they can't make the metal rails, let me put it that way, in-house. They could if they were willing to spend the money to buy a stamping plant or whatever, but they had to order, the way that I understood it, they had a company that made all of the metal rail pieces that went onto their plastic tracks. And because of that, basically that's why they stopped making it. They say it was because it was going to be more environmentally friendly. It's, I call BS on that particular statement, though. It's just LEGO being greedy, in my opinion. Exactly. Cash. You got it, my man. It's all about the cash. Like I said, I don't have to build it the way that I'm doing it. I'm quite simply doing it just because it's going to help speed the process along. But the reality is, it does not need to be built this way at all, considering that I have the 9-volt track. Yes, it does. It comes with a ton, just to show you. Comes with all that track there, so it does come with a whole bunch of track. I won't be using any of it unless I decide to use it in a build. A building, I should say. And that is what my intention is, because I have a ton, and I mean a ton, of LEGO train track. And my intention is to design another LEGO building, kind of like the Jason Vincent Tower that I did a while back, and place that building in the city at some point. So it will get put to use. It's just not at this exact junction in time. Let me get these two big stickers on, because to me this train would not look right without them. There we go. Yeah, you're right, I could do that, but I intend on, or at least I hope to anyway, make a wiring set that'll plug right into the existing 9-volt train, so that way anytime I actually have it turned on and running, it'll light up when it runs. That's my intention anyway. I agree with you, Aaron DeLilo. Lego is extremely greedy in a lot of ways, but we feed that greed because quite simply it's one of the best toys out there. And I say everybody can pretty much agree with that. Because if it wasn't for us buying them, they would not be able to sell the products, the amounts of products that they do. So their greed definitely feeds us. Feeds our habits anyway. Get on there. And then that shows you, whoop, the magnet's grabbing. That shows you what the finished train looks like if I don't drop it. And now I got to build this little doodad, and this is what fills this little hole in here. And I'm not using the little green sticker, as again, it is not needed for me. I will put that piece on though for a height. And that bounced away so far, I don't even know where it went. So we will just grab another. Why does it feel like, oh, I guess that's all it does. It just sets in there. I will be changing that at a later date because I really don't like that and don't want it left that way at all. We'll put this little guy on. And that should be it for that. Oh, I forgot to put this little tile up there. And that's it for the engine, guys. I don't need, again, any of these controls because my controls are going to be totally different. So these are parts that will not be used. So anyway, there's our 9-volt engine now. Now let's go on to the cars. I do agree with you, Michael, but at the same time, I agree with you, but at the same time, Lego's been marking up a lot of their different things. Don't get me wrong, I understand why themes like Star Wars or like the Friends sets and stuff like that are higher priced. What kills me though is like with the city sets that they're coming out, because to me, those city sets are overpriced and they're not that good in my opinion. But yet the Friends sets, they have amazing designs, amazing products with the Friends sets, and the prices are extremely, and I mean extremely affordable. And what did I do with bag number 4? I dropped it on the floor. Because to me, right now, the best bang for your buck, if you're wanting to buy Lego sets and get some really unique parts, really cool colors, and just some really great set designs, is the Lego Friends series. To me, it's the best bang for the buck and the best parts. Did I miss somebody's comment? I see Thomas Davey was telling someone to enjoy the train. Get in, get dirty, and get out. Aaron says you should do a overhead power lines for the trains to make it more realistic. That I'm not going to bother with because that would be a detail that would actually get in my way. I do intend on having overhead power lines, as I've shown on a couple different builds in my city. Specifically, I have a few of them behind the 3 primary skyscrapers that are in my city. So I will have overhead power lines. I'm just not going to have them for the train portion. Oh, there you go, Talus. I like that. The true city sets are the friends we made along the way. That's a great way to look at it. Yes, and like I said, to me, they keep marking up the friends or the city sets. And there's no licensing on that. That's Lego's own deal. And that's why I don't know why they're marking them up so high. And why I said, me personally, I like the minifigs in them. Don't get me wrong, they have some really great minifigs. I don't like the price tags that they're sticking on those guys. They seem a bit overpriced to me for the parts and the stuff that you're getting in those particular sets. Just my feeling on it anyway. And again, I am not worried about putting that little logo on the corners, so I am just skipping right ahead of that. If I want, I will put those stickers on at a later date. Yeah, because if I had a train derailment or something, that would be a complete nightmare, especially if it hit the overhead lines. But like I said, I will have overhead lines. I just won't have them above my train is all. And yes, Rob, you're absolutely right. There are no overhead lines, at least that I've ever seen, on American train rails. And I've never been, well, I've been to New York, and they don't have any overhead lines on theirs. Here in the United States, it would actually be considered a safety issue if they were to do that. I believe is why they don't have the overhead lines. I could be mistaken on that, though. And how am I... That's why. There we go. I put the wrong part there. Now I'm cooking with Crisco. That was supposed to be a table spot. With a little croissant. Got to have the croissant in the train. No, I'm going to have an engine on the very front of the train starting, and then I'm going to have an engine on the rear of the train. And that is why I am building both trains, because I am going to be using everything from both trains. Little trick if you guys have never known this. If you ever put pieces together and they don't quite align, if you put them on a flat surface and snap them together, it keeps them nice and straight. That way you don't have to fight with them to get them square. Again, you just lay them on the table, push them together, and that way they're nice and square. Now these stickers I think I will put on. Or do I? You know what? No. I'm just going to leave them off for now. I am not going to worry about those stickers. No spoilers. You guys must be talking about the Book of Boba. All I will say, and I will not spoil it, I did watch it today. Excellent show. I personally like it a lot. No, I'm not going to say anything else because everybody's saying no spoilers. And that might be a spoiler to somebody, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I enjoyed it. Can't wait until next week to see the next episode. Very excited to see what the next episode brings. And if you haven't seen the Book of Boba, I really, really recommend it. If you're a Star Wars fan anyway, you will love the Book of Boba. Heck, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I think you would like the Book of Boba Fett. Like I said, it's just an all-around really cool show. I agree with you. I wouldn't stay up all night either, Greg. Michael Lewis says, Daryl, do you think Lego would ever do a Polar Express train? I could see that being a possibility, yes. Absolutely. It all depends. It's like a lot of things. It just depends on if they're willing to pay for the licensing is what it boils down to. And if enough people, I guess, showed interest, I'm sure they would happily pay the licensing and make that a set. I don't see why they wouldn't anyway. Oh, Get the Brick says he's streaming it right now. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Croissant. Well, we say croissant in the United States. But if you're French, yes, I do understand that it is supposed to be a croissant. So I feel your pain there. I have not seen the new Spider-Man No Way Home. Hola, ¿cómo está, Lucas? Hola! I don't know why every time I hear that, I immediately think of Dora the Explorer and I want to choke somebody. Hola! The color is red. Not seen any rumors of, what's that, the Polar Express set? Like I said, I can see them making a movie out of it. I mean, making a set out of it, I should say. But it's like anything. It just depends on if Lego gets the idea, I guess, so to speak, and if they want to take the time to make it. But I could see where it would be a cool set. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would buy it. The set, I mean. Because I thought it was an interesting show. I liked the show. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. Yes, that's exactly the kind of crap that goes in my head. Backpack. Yeah. Yep. See, everybody. I got everybody. Bag 5. This isn't a new set. I've had it for a while. It's just I'm finally getting around to building it. Awesome, Lego Joe. Ifrin 8H Milana says amazing. Queen City Brick says that Lego Ideas does have a Polar Express design. Is it a very good design? I've not seen that. I know that's something that we've discussed in here several times before too. I personally am not somebody that really supports Lego Ideas. I don't submit ideas to Lego Ideas for sure. And that's because I personally disagree with the policies. But again, that's just my thoughts on it. And you are more than welcome, Greg. I am always here to help, my friend. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. Well, you know, I could do something worse and say, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. Yes, it's going to run on 9-volt track. I already have the 9-volt motor installed. So this will absolutely be going on the 9-volt track. Swiper, no swiping. Oh, man. I kind of wonder that myself. I know there's a limit on how many sets they're supposed to produce on any Lego Ideas set that goes out. And I'm trying to remember. Believe it or not, it's not as much as you would think. I want to say it's something like 10% of all the sales is what the people make, and I don't know how they come up with that number or what, other than the fact that they expect to sell X amount of sales when they do make those. So I'm sure they get a pretty penny off it. But what's disappointing to me, it's because there's so many people doing the Lego Ideas stuff now that there's so many great ideas that are coming through, hitting the 10,000 mark and all that, and they're not even getting a chance to be picked. And they're really amazing ideas, is what's sad about it. Whoops. So now we got to put the wheels on the baby, on the thing. Craig says he'll take Baby Shark over over Dora. Aaron, I personally agree with you on that myself. And there's been many, many instances where it can be proven, even though they claim no, that's not the case. I mean, I'll give you a really prime example of one that I felt Lego stole, and that was the Ghostbusters house. Because the firehouse from Ghostbusters, that was a Lego Ideas submission. And man, if they didn't steal that, I mean, step by step, what that guy built, I don't know what stealing is then. Because to me, that was just a blatant robbery. But they've also done it with like the Jurassic set, the entrance to the Jurassic Park set. And I am drawing a blank on the correct name that I'm looking for. But I personally felt that they stole that. Now, was it one on each? Electronics, pneumatics. Okay, I am right. It's water, oil, and then electronics, pneumatics on the other side. Okay. Now we cooking. Sandwich time. We got sandwiches. A sandwich for me and a sandwich for you. How you doing, Amanda? Oop, I forgot to put on a tile. Can I get it back off? There we go. Now I can put it on. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. And a 1 and a 2. The police station modular is another one that they liberated from the original designer. That I did not see the original designs on. I'm not surprised by it, don't get me wrong, but that I did not see the original submission on. But again, not surprised at all. Oh, dude, Ghostbusters Afterlife, amazing movie. You will definitely love it if you have not seen it. I enjoyed it immensely. Me, the wife and kids all went and saw that movie. What was it, 2 weeks ago? A week ago, 2 weeks ago? Love that movie. And I don't consider this a spoiler. I personally feel the way, because I'm sure everybody's heard by now and knows by now, that, was I supposed to make 2 of those? Yes. They brought back the original cast, including Egon, and they did it in a very tasteful way. Is the only way that I will say it. I won't spoil how they did it, but they brought him back in what I would consider a very tasteful way. So when you go to see that movie, I think you will definitely be happy if you loved the original movie anyway. That's the set you offered your daughter for Christmas and she loves it? That's awesome. Like I said, it's a great train. I love the colors of this particular train. No, and to me, personally, if you want to support the builders, the designers of sets, I think you are much better off going and buying their instructions off of Rebrickable, because then the actual designer is getting the revenue for that, whereas if it goes through Lego Ideas, the original designer sadly is not getting the revenue that they should. Just, again, my 2 cents. Okay, so a bunch of you guys have seen that. RC, it was a Corner Ideas design. It had the donut shop and everything. I believe it. But that's also why I've always said, though, I feel like, I don't know, just my 2 cents. I feel like Lego kind of robs people. That's personally my opinion as to why Lego even purchased Bricklink, was to try and basically get people's ideas and such off of there as well. Mind you, the stuff that's on Bricklink is typically free. I think some of it you have to pay for, but that was just another way for Lego to kind of cash in on stuff. Plus, they can check the secondary markets, see all the statistics they need to see if they want to try and remanufacture something and mess up the secondary markets too. Just my 2 cents. It was not The Last Jedi. You are absolutely correct, and that's a good way to put it. It's kind of like, because we were talking about that in our stream last night, and it's like we were saying last night in that stream, it's depends on how you look at that particular movie, depends on how you can view it. And like you said, you had a really good way of viewing that particular movie. I liked how you explained it. And when you're looking at it in the aspect of it was designed for the kids of this generation, you're right. I'm sure it was a great movie. I just personally thought the new... I mean, don't get me wrong, the first and the third I thought was pretty good, but the Rise of Skywalker, which was the middle one, just, whoof, that was a suck movie, in my opinion. They made... And the reason I say it was a suck movie is because they just made Luke Skywalker look like a complete buffoon, in my opinion. Was I supposed to open both? No, I opened the wrong bag number. That's okay. Well, everything's under the train like it's supposed to. Not this one, though. I opened the wrong bag, though. Yeah, custom train the station that comes with this, you're absolutely correct. It is not what I would consider attractive. So I totally understand. The train station that comes with this is, well, I mean, when you look at it this way, it's right in line with the city sets that they've been coming out with lately. So I guess it wouldn't be that bad if you look at it in that aspect. But personally, yes, I agree. The train station that comes with this is not exactly pretty. Get down. Get in there. I have no idea what Facebook for sale is. Rob says The Force Awakens, The Last Jewish, and then The Rise of Skywalker is the order of the sequel trilogy. The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi is what I'm assuming. You probably got an autocorrect done to you. Okay, so The Last Jedi is the one that I think was absolutely horrendous. The first one, not horribly bad. Second one, just terrible. And then the third one, I thought kind of redeemed itself just a little bit. And in Square One, hey, how you doing? Rob Sullivan says Meijer stores should be getting a refill soon. And some Super Target grocery stores should also be getting more of the passenger train set. Awesome. Well, I haven't got to that point yet, so I have to wait till I get to that point to put it together. But thank you so much. You never knew Star Wars was somatic. Just want to go back and double check because everybody is talking about how I missed something, and there's nothing that I missed. Every part that's in the pictures is what's on it already. I still don't know what that is though, Jim G. I've never heard. I personally don't like Facebook myself. I don't really like using it. I don't really get on it. I just share videos to my personal Facebook. That's why I said I don't really know what most of that is. Yeah, I agree, Paul. It probably is more accurate with the correction. Either way, though, like I said, it, in my opinion, was a horrible movie. And it was, I guess my problem with it was more so the way that they did Luke Skywalker in it than anything. because here he's supposed to be the Jedi Master, the, you know, shouldn't say supreme individual, but he's supposed to be, you know, this highly trained, highly skilled warrior. And for those of you that have seen the Mandalorian series, even in that, he appears as somebody that's very confident and, you know, skilled and all that. And then in those movies, I just felt they made him a laughing stock. That was my problem with that movie, is how they disgraced kind of the image of Luke Skywalker. Hey, Paul R., how you doing? Absolutely. I already watched the Boba Fett story last night. Or this morning, I should say. It was great, my friend. You will not regret it. This is not the word you seek. No, I'm with you. It did. It was horrible. The rest of the series, not that bad. I liked the characters. It's like my daughter absolutely loved the character Rey, which I have to say, Rey was very entertaining, because Rey was like the Luke Skywalker of today's generation. So I do see why everybody would have liked that, or why kids today liked it, because it was just like when I grew up. It was the story, you know, the tale of a young man that was destined for whatever, and, you know, struggles, and that is how they basically portray it with Rey anyway. It's just it like I said, upset me the way that they did it to Luke is what upset me about that particular movie. Oh, Marketplace. If that's what you're talking about. I used to use Marketplace, and like he said, you can get modular buildings and stuff on there. But man, it's so hard to find people that are willing to sell stuff reasonably, and when you do find people that are willing to sell something reasonably, it's just like, holy cow, how quickly you have to be. If you're not like on that 24/7, anytime there's any type of deal, you will miss out in a matter of literally seconds. Oops. I mean, literally seconds. Okay, now I'm on the right bag. Let's put that back aside. Rey was a little too OP, but you're a sucker for Daisy Ridley, so you didn't mind. I get that. Like I said, though, I personally, I really did like the character. And Paul R., thank you so much. Paul R. just donated $10 Australian. And again, that was very kind of you, so thank you so much, Paul R. I really do appreciate it. The train really is a very simplistic build. It uses a lot of real easy parts. It goes rather quickly, actually. Like I said, I've actually built it before, though, so that does help. And now this... Oh, I didn't put this dude together. Or this chick, I should say, together. With her suitcase. Here we go. Now we go to the undercarriage that everybody was talking about. Like I said, I just hadn't gotten to that point yet. I actually feel a little warm in here tonight. It's funny because earlier I felt like I was freezing. Rob Lyons says he finished this train last week. It is a great set, and I hope you enjoyed it when you built it. I am going to be putting 2 of these together. And what am I doing here? There it is. Got that. I got to do the stickers on this one now. One more sticker on the other side. And then we can rip the other bag open and get started on that one. Random message, yay, Daryl. Thank you, Brooks Bricks. I appreciate it. Oh, I already did those. Oh, crap. What am I doing? I didn't go far enough. I didn't give her all she's got, Cotton. And that's what these pieces are for. Okay, now we're good. So there is the first half of our train. And again, thank you so much, Matt, for that $5 donation. Now we got to go back to book number 2 and open our next box. Because now we're going to build everything one more time. One more time. I am putting 2 of these together, so I will have 4 passenger cars, and then I'll have an engine at the front and the rear. Anthony Perot, thank you so much. I appreciate that for the $5 donation. G Bricks says best hobby ever. And then again, we have a ton, because people were asking that in the earlier, of train tracks. I do need the battery box. I don't need the train track for this. I don't need the remote control for this. I don't need the motor for this. I am starting with bag 2. I skipped bag 1 because I'm not building the little station that they put in here. I don't need to open these instructions. And we will keep this box here for another one to rip apart and use as garbage. Thank you, Greg. He says this is going to be cool. Let's rip this guy open. Yes, I definitely agree with you on that, Paul. They will make a great hanger because it'll give you that nice rounded appearance for an airplane hanger. That's why I said no parts ever go to waste. Not in the Lego barn. Everything gets used in some manner or fashion. Yeah, see, I'm just not a fan, and don't get me wrong, they're cool sets. I just, you're talking about the large Millennium, the UCS is what I'm assuming you're talking about. Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer, and I just not a big fan of those. They're very cool looking sets, but because I would never intend on actually building them and sticking them in my city, it's not something I want to collect. They are amazing looking sets, and I've heard they're actually, well, I know one of my members, Star Wars Bricks, is currently building the UCS AT-AT, and he's been showing pictures of it, and wow is all I can say. The details on it are freaking amazing. So I get why people like them. It's just, it's not something that I'm that turned on for myself. Have I found a use? No, but I have a ton of them, and I won't get rid of them. And it's because I fully intend on trying to find a use for them at some point. But I've never really played with them enough, yet anyway, to find a use for them. I do intend on it at some point, though. I thought I actually tested it out, and you can click it into certain things. I put that on too soon. I just haven't tried anything, or I haven't tried to build anything with them yet. And again, just like the front, I really don't need to build the battery box and all that, but just because all the parts are already here, to me it's just simpler to follow the instructions, build it the way that they're showing it, use the battery box as a filler, even though I don't need the battery box. But it helps hold the compartment on the engine's front together. Imagine It 3D. I have been messing around with Lego for 22 years, so very long time. I started, correct me if I'm wrong, it was either 98 or 99 when they released the first Lego Star Wars set. That was what actually drew me back into the Lego hobby. And I've been hooked ever since. And I jumped from Star Wars over to City after they had released the Cafe Corner. That is what got me into doing the Lego City buildings, because I absolutely love all the different Lego modular buildings. They are just totally amazing. And every year they bring out an even better one, in my opinion, with a lot of the different unique techniques that they're using, the different color combinations and such. It's just, they every year they try to outdo themselves. And thank you, Paul. He answered it as well. No, I'm still doing the engine on the rear. It's just it won't be powered. It shouldn't need the power. If I need to, though, I do have an extra 9-volt motor that I can power it with. But like I said, I shouldn't need it. Doesn't mean I won't need it, but I shouldn't need it. And I can skip all this, because this is the engine stuff that I won't be using. I do need to build these, though. I agree with you, Jim. To me, the city stuff is awesome. Haven't been that impressed with the. Haven't been that impressed lately with the just the typical Lego City stuff, but you can modify it. It's just it seems like last year and this year they really dumbed it down a lot. Is the nicest way I can put it. I agree with you, John. As far as if you're going to go with the battery powered ones, the different channeled ones were the way to go. 100%, my man. because then you could actually control 3 different trains with one remote and not have to keep jumping and finding, you know, all these different, or have all these different controllers in one spot. Thank you so much, VTV Matt. I really appreciate it. And saying your name is actually new to me, so welcome to the channel as well, my friend. Anthony Perot says his first Lego set was in 1983. Why doesn't that look right? Oh, because that's the front trucks, so I don't need to worry about the front trucks. I do need to, however, come up with something for where the motor goes. So let me think about that for a moment. Because I want a dummy truck. I want to say my first Lego set, because I was born in 73. I want to say my first Lego set was 76 or 74. I agree, Bricklock. Because when I was a kid, it was just, I always dreamed of Lego Star Wars, and that's why it drew me back in so much. Give me 1 second, though, because I want to make a dummy motor for the back drive system. Let's see. We can. I would need this. I'm also going to need these for the wheel spacing. So give me 1 moment while I'm looking at something. I think I have a real quick, easy, down and dirty way to do this. And it should work fairly well. Should. And I'll tell you as soon as I do it. Just give me just a few moments to kind of finagle it out. What we're going to do is we're going to use this original drive wheels, even though we're not going to be driving it. So we're going to take that, stick one of those on that side, one of these on this side. So again, we're making our very own trucks. Pull this off for just a second. It'll make it easier for me to get my spacing down. There we go. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. So let me get the other one together. So we do have a use for these original wheels and drive. Yes, actually, Imagine ID 3D. You know, I'm sorry, I haven't been posting it on a lot of my videos lately. But my fan mail mailbox is, here, I'll type it in so it's easy for you to find. And that is the P.O. box. So to once again answer your question, yes, I do have a fan mail spot, and that would be it. And thank you so much for asking. And now I need some more plates. Your first Lego set was 1974? That's awesome, Brick Sergeant. Now it's the right height. Now we're cooking. I like it. I think you're a little bit older than I, though, are you not, Brick Sergeant? I need two 2x6s. There we go. Now it's shaping up. Now I need that piece that I clicked to the top of this. The only downside I have is it won't be yellow like the rest, but that's okay. We will still make this work. You can do it! You can do it all night long. Now we need to brick this in. And there we go. Now we have a dummy truck that we can put in this. Because again, we are not... Whoops, nope, I want the 9-volt one in this one. But we can put a dummy truck on this other one because I don't need two trucks. And there we have it. So now we have the dummy truck for the back engine. Because again, I don't want it to be powered. I don't want anything on it, so... Now we can move ahead back with building the actual set. Little quick, slight modifications are always fun. And fire, no, God, no, I'm sorry to hear that. You're right, fire does not like childhood Lego. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. You're alive, so that is all that matters. It's just, it really bums you out when stuff like that happens. So I definitely get your dismay with that. There we go with that. Now... Oh, I stole the 4x4 from that set. I was going to say, where did my 4x4 go? But I physically used it out of the set, not thinking. The train kept going all night long. Which I was actually thinking more Cheech and Chong. You can do it! A little bit more for Santa Claus. Hey, man. Is Dave there? No, man, Dave's not here. No, man, it's Dave. Open the door. No, man, Dave's not here. I'm not personally worried about wearing out the motor. I've seen it done, and typically, and maybe I will end up doing it. I'll see how this works first anyway. Typically, though, what people will do is if it starts to be like too much of a drag, they'll just put another 9-volt motor on the train. Did I do everything there? Yes. So there's a really easy solution if it does drag on it a little bit. Aussie Adams, good day to you, my friend. Good day, sir. Good day. Getting my groove, man. Moving right along on that wide open highway. And now, the piece de resistance. Oh, I did have to open that other bag because I got to get my instructions. Dang it. Let me go grab my bag of parts. I wasn't thinking. The stickers are in with the instructions. Come on, baby. Get off there. Okay, that's one down. Now this one goes that way. I want to make a note of this too, by the way. I don't know if Paul Bot's still in the chat or not, but he says I never finish a build in a live stream. I'm going to finish 2 builds in this live stream. Just saying. There we go. You can do it. Got that one done, got that one done, got that done. Just need to put the bricks on the top. Are you driving okay? Oh, I'm sorry, Cheech and Chong, yes. Hey man, are we driving okay? No, I think we're parked. You know, I haven't seen those in such a long time. I would really I need to watch those because it's been a very long time since I've actually seen any of those movies. And I used to love watching Cheech and Chong, man. They were freaking hilarious. Definitely classics. Well, he always does. He's annoying that way. Paul's not happy till you're not happy. That should be the Paul Bot motto. I'm not happy till you're not happy. The Paul Bot Creed. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I am just kind of speeding through this. And to those that are curious, yes, this is a great build, and yes, it is a very easy build. And I definitely recommend it to anybody because I think it's an amazing set for a real nice looking, simple passenger train for your city. Even if you only are building one, it's still a beautiful looking train. I just have such a large city space and train track route that I personally wanted to have 2 of these running throughout my city. Because I thought it would look more attractive having the 2. How long? We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and I've already finished 1 set, and I'm partway through a second. Can you believe that? It's got to be a new record. Okay, Rob, you know, there's always a smart aleck. But no, you are technically correct, and I guess if it really needs to be done, I can go back and build those platforms if I had to. I just, like I said, I don't really have a use for them, is why I wasn't going to put them together. If I had a use for them, though, I would definitely build them. And I didn't use... Yeah, I didn't need to use those, because I didn't use that on the front. I don't need those extra things there. So now we are on to instruction number 3 and bag number 3. Am I finally becoming efficient? I guess it all depends on your perspective. If you ask Paulbot, I'm sure the answer to that question would be no. Jacob H says, this makes me miss my Lego. Do you not have any Lego at all, Jacob? If not, I highly recommend you go out and buy some. We are all here to help you. We are all here to help you spend money on Lego. Just consider us your support group. Aaron says I'm blown away. No, like I said though, Paulbot, that's what he thrives at. Rob got assimilated. Yep, yeah, well, I'm seeing it. It happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. We lose a lot of good people due to the Paulbot. It's very, very sad to see. But it does happen. Doo-doo, dooby, dooby-doo, and I put the wrong color on you. Dooby, dooby-doo. I've always actually been pretty proficient at building sets. I just typically don't just build sets, is what's kind of got me in the speed build mode. And again, I'm using the battery pack just simply because, well, it's good for ballasting, and it's already a quick and easy way to fill the cavity that goes in the back of the train. Doo-doo-doo. Resistance is futile. Oh my God, yeah, I can't imagine. Not only would the G trains be huge, but you think Lego's expensive. Try and buy some G-Train stuff. Ooh, man. That's something. If I was going to do actual trains and not do Lego, I would do host scale. But even host scale trains are pretty expensive. But they're a lot more affordable in comparison to G-scale. And I totally get your reasoning, though. Like you said, though, get the brick. That, I mean, I understand why. Because you're right, G-scale trains are, I mean, they're beautiful looking, but just ouch is all I'm gonna say. Just severely, severely ouch with the G scale. But I mean, it's like any hobby. Hobby's not a hobby if it's not breaking the bank, right? Look at all the people that own boats, you know, bust out another 1,000. That's what boat stands for. And it ain't because they're cheap. You have loads of it in your cupboard? Well, why don't you get it out and mess around with it then? Arusek, or Arusk, I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Hello, hello. Jacob says, oh yeah, my wallet is not happy with me. I literally worked overtime just to buy a new locomotive. You know what though, man? We only go around once, and if that's what makes you happy, dude, I am all for it. I totally get it. Because I know a lot of people frown upon those of us, you know, at least I'm told that anyway. A lot of people frown upon people in the Lego community, or people with, even just the Lego community. It's with a lot of different hobbies in general. And I really don't understand why so many people are frowned upon with this hobby or any other hobby like that. Because if it makes you happy and it's giving you enjoyment, who cares? I mean, of course, it's your enjoyment value depends upon your ability to afford different things, but if you can afford it, and yeah, you might have to work a little overtime to get a little bit of something here and there, but if that's all it takes for you to be a little happier, gotta do it. Life is too short. You gotta have fun. And if that's what's making you have fun, you gotta go for it. Eccentric Bricks, sup? But even, I mean, 'cause even the Lego hobby, we all know, is an outrageous, outlandishly expensive hobby. Somebody had asked me the other day, actually, how much I've spent on my hobby. And it's like I always tell people, I really have no idea. I mean, I just throw out numbers and say I've got like 20, 30,000 on my table, but I don't know. I really don't. And people look at me like I'm nuts when I say I don't know what I have in it, but I don't. I've collected it for over 22 years. And I used to buy and sell a lot, and then anything that I would sell, that was immediately new investment. You know what I mean? So I probably would not be happy if I knew the amount of money that I've actually spent on Lego. Because I am quite certain it is an insane amount, but it makes me happy. So, and I hope it makes everybody happy. My nose is trying to run on me. Cooking with Crisco. $2 million. I would like to think it's not that much, because if it was that much, I could retire it already. But again, you know, back to what I was just saying, it makes me happy. So if that is how much I've actually spent, oh well. At least I had fun doing it, right? Paul R. Q. Oh, yeah. I'd like $1 billion. $1 quadrillion. When you say an extensive layout, you mean as far as the size of my table? Say, you've seen it. It's 298 square feet a table. Unless you haven't seen the newest city updates anyway. And I intend on extending the table even more. just wanted some freaking sharks with lasers. I think my favorite character from those movies was Fat Bastard. Get in my belly, baby. The other white meat. But that was... I definitely loved those movies, though. But how can you not love Austin Powers? I did that. That was for the remote. I need to put these on the nose. I'm not using that. And on to... Up and over. On to book number 4. Carol F. Hi there. I'm 57 and I've been building for years. Like I said, nothing wrong with that. I support anybody that is into the hobby. It's an amazing hobby. And it's probably one of the most welcoming and friendly hobby you will find out there. It's pretty rare you find somebody that's extremely rude. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but it's rare that you do. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, ribs. I want my baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. But that, like I said, that was by far my absolute favorite character from those. My favorite Lego train, I would say it would probably be the Emerald Knight. And a very close second would be the Maersk. Although that new crocodile train is pretty freaking amazing too, I have to say. I have yet to build that crocodile train, and I hate to admit it, I have yet to build my Maersk. I do have the Emerald Knight though. The problem is I only built one of them. I still need to build my second one because I want the car out of it, and I do plan on building this at some point, but that's another set I'm going to be building here hopefully sometime soon. But that is definitely one of my favorite trains, is the Emerald Knight. Jim G says he just did his 1-year anniversary of building Lego. His son got a Spider-Man set Christmas last year. He helped him put it together, and he's been hooked ever since. And you know what? It's amazing how buying your kids toys will actually drag you into the hobby. To the point that you're telling your kids or asking your kids if you want them to put your stuff together. It's like, oh, you know, I can put it together for you, son. You know, it'll take me a while, but I don't mind helping you. And deep down, it's just you're trying to help yourself. It is a pretty set. I love that set. Like I said, though, that to me is, personally, that's my favorite train, is the Emerald Knight. The only problem with that train is it depends on what you're saying is my favorite. As far as functionality, that train sucks. It's very temperamental. That train is like being married. It's difficult. And I mean that jokingly, because I'm actually blessed. I have an awesome wife. Brooks Bricks is the Maersk train. Yes, I need to build that. I have not built mine yet. And that's one of those trains that I regret not buying a couple of it, because I only have one of that train. And my mistake. I wished I would have bought more, but you know, hindsight's 2020. The only reason I didn't buy more is I really didn't, I don't know, I didn't expect to see it climb like it did, and I don't know why I didn't expect to see it climb like I did, because I have yet to see a Lego set that does not climb, especially with the trains, and that is no exception to the rule with that particular set. Eccentric Brick says the Maersk is his favorite. I love the color combination of it. For a freight train, you're right, it does look beautiful. Exactly. See, Bricklock has it. What do you mean it has 5? Don't worry, son. I'm going to help you build it. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to take care of that. Help me help you. Now, see, Matt wishes he would have got it, and I just wished I would have bought more of it. It's funny how that works, though. And a lot of people, the problem with that set is quite simply the color. The color is rare because you could make several of those yourself, and then if you got some sticker sheets, no big deal. But it's the color of that train that kills you. That is the only set that has ever used that color. Or I take that back. There was one creator set that had that color in it as well, from if I remember correctly. But it wasn't very many pieces in that particular creator set. And that creator set, I think, came out the same year that the Maersk train came out as well. So it was, like with most of the creator sets, it was basically just kind of a, for lack of a better word, a bulk thing that they were just kind of like, oh, you know, let's throw this piece in that creator set too. We have these many extra pieces, so. But that's something else that I always try to kind of remind people of and tell people to do. If there's something specific that you like, you don't have to buy multiple sets. If you just go online, go on to Bricks and Pieces and buy the parts as well. I mean, it takes care of it. Whiskey Trish Red, so this was the first Lego train that he had ever bought. And I see Greg says Mod Swarm. Oh, somebody must have been putting up stuff that wasn't appropriate. Steve says Maersk train 10219 in sealed mint condition going for $450 is crazy town, and I agree with you because that is a set that was not even motorized. But I mean it is a pretty set. I get it. It is a beautiful set. But it's like it's just like the Green Grocer. It's just quite simply the rarity of the part. Because the Green Grocer, that is the only set that ever had the sand green 1x2 with the slot in it. And that's what makes that set so ridiculous, because there is 36 of that particular part in that set. And if you want to build it, and you want to build it to be accurate, because some people really, it kills them if they're not 100% accurate, you're going to have to buy that particular piece. Me, it's like I always tell everybody when you go to brick out a set or whatever, I always highly recommend just doing a part substitution, because it'll still resemble it. Most people, because most people that are going to see your Lego are not Lego collectors, and most people will not realize it at all that you have a substituted piece. They're just going to go, wow, that looks really cool. And that'll be the end of it. Oh, I'm walking. Oh, Whiskey, why didn't you just sell the set sealed, man? If you had them sealed, I wouldn't have opened them up and parted them. I would have sold them out, or parted them out, or sold them as a sealed set. But $450, if that is all that the Maersk train is going for, I do agree with Waffle the Superman. It's actually a pretty reasonable price, I thought, because I thought that was closer to $1,000. But that's just my understanding of how crazy high I thought it was. And we're on to bag number 5. I tell you what, Lego, as it goes right now anyway, Lego is a better investment than any stock or anything else you can think of right now. There was actually an article, and I'm trying to remember who it was that shared that in my Discord group, but there was an article the other day that was talking about exactly that. But it wasn't just specifically Lego. They were talking about toys in general. These days are actually a better investment than most stocks would be. I'll have to check that out. eccentric bricks. Jacob H says, so I just went and did a count of the G-scale trains that he has, and 10 locomotives, 110 rolling stock cars, 300 feet of track, and 22 buildings. Holy crap, dude. That is an insane amount of G-scale. But you could jump feet first right into the Lego hobby if you sold that and buy pretty much every retired set you want. Because that had to cost a buttload. Oh, was it Steve that posted that? Okay. I remembered somebody posted it, but I wasn't 100% sure who. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Let's get something else stuck in your guys' head. Smurfs. La 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 la. It's always nice to be the channel host. Whiskey Shreds says, yeah, that's how I make money. I sell toys online, Lego Transformers, Star Wars. Hey man, that's, you know, like I said, I used to do a lot of that myself as well. I've just gotten to the point where I don't like to resell any of it anymore. Well, you know, you've seen a lot of my collections. I just like to collect it all. Tyler Metzen, hey, how you doing? Jacob H, he says, eBay is my friend. Honestly, when it comes to a lot of different things, even like if you were wanting to buy older modular sets, it's good if you can find a good deal on eBay. Let me say that first. But typically, most of the people that are selling on eBay, because the fees and everything for the sellers have gotten so high, they basically have to gouge you in order for them to make any money. And that's part of the reason why I got out of doing a lot of the reselling, because I was just tired of paying all the eBay fees. And it's like, you know, you think that the person that you're buying from is making a bunch of money, and it's like, really? No. Because once you pay all their fees, you had to sell it at that markup to make any money with most things. And absolutely, like I was just saying that, Anthony, I totally agree with you, my friend. But I've a lot of times, like I said, I have found, because like that commission job I did for New York City, it was cheaper for me to go on Amazon and order from the Amazon sellers the retired sets that I wanted than it was for me to go on eBay and buy it. And part of the thing also that you do have to keep in mind with Amazon is if you're a Prime member anyway, like myself, is all the shipping's free, so there's no fees in that aspect. You're just paying taxes. And if you buy on eBay, you got to pay taxes now there too anyway. So you're really better off sticking with something like Amazon, my personal opinion. And yes, the fees do suck. And like I said, that was why I personally got out of the buying and selling market. Because like I said, you literally have to overprice more than you would want to even overprice just to recoup your costs and expenses, which sucks. And then people get all mad because you're marking it up, and it's like, dude, if you knew what I was paying for fees, I'm not making as much as you think I'm making. It used to always crack me up too, though, how many people get mad at those that sell in the secondary market, because it's like, you know, I don't know why you're mad. You could do the same thing all those people are doing. They're just trying to capitalize their investment, so I don't see nothing wrong with it. Don't be mad because you didn't buy it. And that's why people do it, so they can make a little money. Papa's Bricks, how are you today? Thank you so much for signing in. I am almost through this one, and then I have one car to go. Do. Well, the biggest thing when I'm buying, like on Amazon, for example, because you're right, you do have to be careful what you're buying. I only buy if the items are Amazon Prime. I won't buy from third parties unless they have a full refund guarantee or some kind of protection through Amazon. Because that is the only way I will purchase stuff off Amazon. We're getting there. I almost did it again. I gotta open bag 6 first. Okay, Eccentric Bricks is laughing at Greg. Oh, excellent. La 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 la. I'm glad I'm here to help, Greg. Thank you. Thank you for participating in today's torture. We are here to help you. Yes, that is, and you know what? That's the first time I've seen a comment from you, so I just want to make sure I said hello, Dusty Bricks. But that, I mean, I don't care what you're building or trying to piece together, part out. That is the best solution, is just substitute anything that is an expensive or outrageously expensive piece. Bada boom, a bada bing. Choo choo. Oh. Have a good one, Whiskey. We will see you later, my friend. Dooby doo 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 doo. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Now Brooks Bricks is even typing it out. La 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 la. Everybody knows the Smurfs. Everybody sing. La 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 la. Do 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 do. I have not heard a comment from Paulbot in a while. I am dumbfounded, shocked, surprised, unbelievably. Because normally he's got his 2 cents somewhere. Kenneth Swan retracted a message, so it must have been a typo, I'm assuming. Dusty Brick says, I always get that Sesame Street one stuck in my head, the one where they... Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know exactly what one you're talking about. I get that stuck in my head a lot myself, so I definitely know where you're at. Take care, Jacob H. We will see you next time, my friend. Thank you so much for joining in on the stream, and I hope to see you again soon. I will be streaming again tomorrow night. Matt says, shh. Yes, we all know that Paulbot is Beetlejuice. Eccentric Brick says that's why he loves trains. Bricklock says he has to recharge. Well, you know, there is a good possibility there. He's probably plugged into the Matrix or something. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Duke 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 doo doo. I already have 2 daily bugles. I like the set a lot, Papa's Bricks. I know you can personally. I haven't done it, and I don't intend on doing it with mine. But I do know that you could actually part it out. And what I mean by part it out, you could sell the minifigs from one set if you wanted to, and kind of recoup some of your costs. I bought 2, and it's because I plan on going insanely big. and it's like anything, I just love having parts anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But I bought 2 plus a whole bunch of parts because I kind of plan on making mine equivalent in size to like my daily or my Avengers Tower, because I'm going to be going wide and tall. I don't care what you buy, it's always good to buy extras. But, I mean, it's all about personal preference. I'm nuts that way. I love to buy more than one of anything, so I'm probably not the right person to ask, I guess is the point that I'm trying to get at. Ooh, it's getting late there, Anthony Perot, if it's that late. Ouch. Set you aside for a momento. Si, momento. We can slap this together. I already know where and how it goes. So I will do both of these really quickly. And then I will do the second one. I have to say it is a lot of fun just kind of messing around and building sets at the moment. But come the first of the year, I do intend on getting back to my mock building. But I think I'm going to lean towards just building sets every now and then, just for a break. Because it's actually quite enjoyable just mindlessly following instructions. And you're talking about for opening day, Papa's Bricks? Now we are on bag number 7. Bag number 7. The only real thing that I'm worried about day 1 is I want the new modular building. That is my number 1 priority. Day 1, I am getting the new modular building. I'm staying up till midnight to order it online. I am not going to the store and waiting in line for that. But that's just me. As far as anything else that I'm like dying to have, I can't say there's anything I'm dying to have. I do fully intend on buying a whole bunch, though, of those troop builder packs. So that is something else I fully intend on doing and buying. And I'm just not even worried about the instructions for a minute. It's just easier for me just to kind of flip through a bunch of this. It'll help me speed it along. Imagine It 3D is asking what's my favorite Lego set. My favorite Lego set of all time. And you know, I should probably find something better. I used to always tell everybody it was the Cafe Corner, and my biggest reason for saying that is quite simply this. That's what actually got me into wanting to do Lego Cities. If I had to pick only one Lego set I could have, though, that probably wouldn't be it. So trying to think of a better answer for you. If I could only have one set, I would probably say the Ninjago Docks is an amazing set. So that would probably be one of my absolute favorite sets, would be the Ninjago Docks. This is train number 2, and then I'm done. I personally don't feel I need any more than 2, because what I'm going to do is just align them back to back and have it running through the city in a loop. And then I'm going to build some freight trains for the other side of the track. And again, I want to remind people that a lot of what I'm doing right now, I am just trying to fill my table in. And then after I get most of the fill in, it's when I'm going to come back. I do have full intention on coming back and doing what I call my finesse work and adding with the different details and all that good stuff. So just because right now I'm doing a lot of set building, don't worry. That does not mean I'm not going to kick it back into gear and start doing more mocking soon, because that is something I intend on doing this coming year, is bringing back my Set to Mock series, where I'm going to start doing that in live streams, is how I'm actually going to attack that particular situation. I probably should read the instructions, but I think I've got a pretty good grasp on it. Pop, pop. Pop goes the weasel. don't know why that just popped in my head. That was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I know I should really follow instructions, but I'm tired of flipping through the pages of the book. And it's a lot quicker if I just do it this way. Do-do-do-do. Diddle-do. Do-do. Diddle-do-do. Chugga-chugga-choo-choo. I just want it to be done, so I'm speed building. There we go. I just got to put my stickers on. Do-do, 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 do-do-do-do-do, do-do, 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 do-do. Put that guy on and put one more of these dudes on here, and we are done. I'm not worried about the little things on the corner of the train. I kind of like it without them. The little arrow dudes. I don't feel the little circular arrow dudes are necessary. And ta-da! Done. Oh, trust me, Paul. We actually enjoyed your vacancy. Bricklock says, "Look who's climbing off the dock." Raymond Diaz says, "Papa's Bricks. I have to go 7 hours. I have to go to the Lego store." Total 7 hours. Wait a minute. I'm a little confused on that one. Where are you? Because today is Thursday. Thursday, Friday. Or today's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. It's another day. Yes, the Pink Panther. Bruce knows what I'm talking about. And hey, how you doing, Bruce? So glad to see you. Anyway, just so everybody can see this insanity, let's scoot this back. And there she is, guys. That was what I was after. So now, the thing that I'm going to tell you is when you have this many trains, you're going to have to push the trains through the city. It won't just, it's not just going to pull it because these magnets are not strong enough. And I need to actually buy, there's a magnet that they sell, and I got to contact Charm City because he's the one that actually told me and showed me exactly where it is. But there's a magnet that actually goes in between these that you can buy that holds it together better. But the other option is you can pull this apart if you don't mind getting rid of that little pin there. Then you can use a Technic connector pin as well. But I don't want to drill anything out or mess it up, so I'd rather just stick with the actual magnets and just get the stronger magnet. Absolutely. You know what? I'm not going to be able to speak because, or actually, can I speak? Hold on. Let me grab my batteries. Let's see if I can do this. Then I can actually live go over and hook it up to the track. Give me 1 second, guys, while I look. Trying to remember where they're over here in my toolbox. Give me a few seconds to try and get this all set up. Batteries are good. Oh, Paul, shut up. Now, let's see. And Mark Peterson knows exactly what I'm talking about as far as those magnets I see. Anyway, let me see if I gotta try and tune this mic off. I want that off. Real quickly, I want to say thank you so much to Bruce Kuhn for that $25 donation. He says to buy magnets. And again, thank you so much, Bruce. Shark, shark, shark. I appreciate that. Give me one more second while I'm trying to figure out how to do this, because I have to turn the mic off in order to be able to change it. So give me one more second, guys. And again, thank you so much, Bruce. That was awesome of you. Testing 1 2. Hoping you guys can hear me. I should be situated on my cordless mic now. Give me one more second because I want to get the screen moved over as well, and it takes me just a minute to get everything rearranged, and then I'm going to take everything over to the city and bring one of the cameras over there, and we'll try and put it on there and try it out. So they'll give me one moment while I'm trying to readjust my output. I do not do this every day, so it usually takes a second. Where's it at? Hello, come on, come to daddy. Settings. I need display. Oh, audio. There it is. Oh, it's not on. So let me get that turned on. Takes it a second to connect. If it's gonna connect anyway. And thank you so much, Frankenbricks. He says, thanks for the inspiration to get my second passenger train set finished. And that's awesome. Brick and Brood says that's a long train. Happy holidays, everyone, if you're still on them. And happy holidays to you as well, Brick and Brood. And why is it not recognizing my... There cooking with Crisco. I think I am hooked up, guys. At least I hope I'm hooked up. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me. Give me one more second. Because all my screens just kind of moved around on me. I have to get everything realigned. Stopping the music. Music stopped. I agree with you. Hopefully 2022 is a better year. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Now I'm going to try and resituate my cameras. So again, bear with me. Takes me a minute to walk around the Lego barn. I know it's a bigger space. Still trying to grab all my cameras. And we're going to try and see if this bad boy will work. And just got another super chat. Thank you so much, Papa's Bricks. He says, I love the train, and donated $9.99. Dude, that is awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. Is that first camera a good... Yeah, that first camera looks pretty good. Now let's take the next camera. This is something I'm hoping to, next year, do some major upgrades. And one of those upgrades, quite simply, is going to be me adding more camera equipment, because what I'm hoping to do, and I'm going to try to do it within the first month or so of next year, what I want to do is I really want to add some more cameras. So instead of me having to transport cameras everywhere, I'll just be able to kind of flip a switch, so to speak, walk over here, and then it keeps doing stuff. That's again, that's a long-term goal. Trying to see if, now let me resize this just a touch. So now you can see the big picture, and you know what, I'm going to cover it over here, because there's really nothing going on over there anyway. There we go. Now let me start carrying some of this stuff over there. And I will try to read comments as I go, guys. It's a little slow for me, though. Joseph Nesbutt says, make sure to drop a like. And thank you so much, Joseph. Bruce Kuhn is welcoming Joshua Galler. And thank you so much, Joshua, for joining in the stream. And then Big Daddy says, I did the same thing with the 2-passenger train sets. It takes the motor at each end to successfully run. I don't think I'm going to need it, because I don't have it. And keep in mind that my tracks are 9 volts, so. But we're going to try it anyway. But that we were just discussing that, though, in the aspect of what you actually need to do. And hey, get the brick, choo-choo to you too, my friend. And thank you so much for that $4.99 donation. Because I really personally feel like it can run off one of the 9-volt motors. I do have more motors if I need to, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think as long as it's on a push and not a pull, you should be okay. But I mean, I could be wrong, but we are going to see here in just a minute. And I don't have every single piece of track ballasted just yet, but I'm going to have to kind of prop up a piece or two, I think, to get it from bumping. So this might take a moment to actually get this going. Papa's Brick says, making it rain. And yes, you guys are. An angry dragon. I have not seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. And this is my 9-volt motor now. Okay, now we got all that. Now I got to hook up my motor. Yeah, no, that is what my plan is I'm going to try and push it and not pull it. And I am trying to adjust my screen so I can actually see you guys. Okay. Now I got to hook up one of my power supplies. So give me a momento. And, oh, here it is. One momento while I am hooking it up. And we will see if this baby will run. And this is something that I really want and need to do, is I really want to make this a permanent location over here for the power supply. And I haven't done it yet. I think we're good on that. We have a green light. We have a Houston. We have a green light. And I've got another motor on here. Hold on. I got to get that guy off, because he's sucking my juice. I forgot about that guy. Oh. Now, the motor that I have on my train is one that I just bought, so I don't even know if it's any good. We're going to find out in a minute, though. Let me get back over here. And I hope the tracks are clear. I don't know that they're clear. Looks like they're clear because it's coming my way. Score! It works. Whoops, and I just derailed. Got too happy too fast. Okay, where did it hit and what knocked it loose? Really quickly looking, Rita Wilson says, do you have a train already on this track? Yes. Rob says, train crash incoming. Yes, well, I'm going to actually mount my power supplies over there at the far end. Like I said, another thing, though, to keep in mind, and that's one, oh, I see what the problem is. The track ain't even hooked up. Oh, I see my problem. So we will put this back together. I forgot because I added 2 new pieces of track in here, and they are not clicked into place. So that is what messed me up. Just give me one moment, because this is not snapped in. And what the heck did I do? No wonder it's not snapped. I made this too narrow. Let me pull this out, and I'm just going to put a piece of track in here for now, because I have to redo that one. I totally screwed up on that Mills plate. I went 6 wide on the edge, and I was only supposed to have 4 wide on the edge. So let's just get this clicked and try it again. And hopefully the dip doesn't do anything. Okay, let's try it again. Take 2, guys. Take 2. Even you know, we all have a few glitches along the way. Let's try her for take 2. And it already went through there once, so I'm assuming the track is still good at that location. And this time it shouldn't derail. Score! See, look at that. Took 2 tries, but we got it. And what if it's slowing up again? What's happening now? Let's see. Not sure why it stopped that time. Did it derail again? Or does the motors overheat? Rome was not built in a day. Fingers crossed. That's the good thing about Lego Easy Fix. Absolutely. Angry Dragon, actually John Garrett, and I believe he's still in the chat room, found me an amazing deal. Nope, it derailed. And what caused the derail this time? Oh, I think I know what. Give me 1 second. I am going to pop a couple pieces off just because I think that was the cause of my derailment. Matter of fact, feeling that, I know that's the cause of my derailment. Let me get these tiles out of the way. See, when I built all this track, I wasn't thinking anything about the train physically running on it. And I'm going to have to do something different over here, because the way that I tiled this section over here in the curve is causing problems. So this is going to be another one of those spots I'm going to have to re-engineer. Give me just a second while I rip it all out. I want this thing to jump through a couple times. So this is going to be a take 3 in a moment, I think. And let me pop this off. Let's pop this guy off. There, that sounds better. Okay, who's ready for take 3? John Kerr says, reminds him of the Addams Family. Yes, I am still in 9-volt training mode. Well, this, like I said, this is the first time I've actually had a full loop, even with the regular train track. Okay, take 3, guys. We're seeing if it's going to make it through again. The nice thing is, at least I'll know where my problems are and what I have to repair, fix, alter. This time, so far, I seem to be doing pretty good. I'm trying not to run it too fast because I don't want to derail it. We are on loop-de-loop 2. Now what I need to do, and I'm going to have to repair that little section of track here, but I might be able to set it up. Hold on. Let's see if we can get the other train going too. Mind you, I have 2 power supplies, and we can use this dude here. I just got to put a piece in there. Say 3rd time. So far it looks like it's doing good. And yeah, that was my problem, John, over there on that corner, because I did something that most people don't do. I tiled in a curve to try and make it look better. And like I said, I'm going to have to make some alterations to that now. But it's doing a full loop now, so in my personal opinion, I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's take and see if we can get a second train going. problem is with this one, it's got a low nose. Let me see if I have one of my old freight engines that I could easily rip the piece off of. And because this one shouldn't have a clearance issue if I use it. So let's pull this bad boy off. And see. There we go. Now that I got that off, I should be able to slap a motor drive on here. Keep that off. Let's just put this back in. And even though I'm not too terribly worried about it, I'm just going to kind of pop those back on. Let me get the motor off of this one. And I'm not going to worry about it right now. I don't have my wheel drives on. We're just trying to see if we can get this baby going though. Okay, we're going to try motor number 2, guys. Engine number 2, the engine that could. I think I can. Plug that guy in. Let's put this on a straight piece of track over here. Okay, ready? Take 1 on train 2. 1, 2. We got 2 trains. Now let's just, for fun, let's see, what do I got down here? Let's throw some of my old oil cars on here. Got some oil cars. Here's another oil car. I never really liked this oil car, but we're going to stick it on there anyway. And oop, I'm missing the trucks off those. I got to put some trucks on that. We'll just put a flat freighter on here. Okay. Just gives us a few things to shove it along. And now we got 2 trains, guys. We are cooking with Crisco. Paul R says, it's live. Jim G says, awesome. Papa's Bricks is saying hi to Mark. On Hey Macro, said fan bricking tasket. Kenneth Swan says, need the pro train. Rob says, this is awesome. Brooks Bricks says, little engine could running down the frame. But yeah, we've got 2 trains, guys. So now that I've got that down, my next big goal is I need to actually do some I'm keeping the yellow train the way it is. I do want to actually, I got to finish ballasting some of this track in here. I want to get some buildings through here. As you can see on this, I mean, I can't believe I made a rookie mistake, but this is too tight. This has got to go wider. I don't know how I screwed that one up, but I did. I'm off by 1 stud, just to show you. The track is supposed to be here, not here, so it's too tight. But once I get that fixed, that'll be filled back in, and then I can try and fill in this portion of the track. And then what I'm hoping is start to go to town on getting some buildings over here. I'm still not going to worry about this side of the table just yet. I'm trying to keep my focus over here. But this side of the table, I am going to be doing a few airplane hangars. I do want to have a train track over here. Plus, keep in mind, I have enough space in here that I can do at least one more of these extensions, if not two more of these extensions for the Lego City on this side. But I got to try and get all the bugs, so to speak, worked out of this first. I would like to use this train, but I don't think I want to have two passenger trains. So I'm just going to keep the yellow one for now. Try reversing the first one. I don't think the magnets will actually support that. Yes, I definitely want to do a GoPro in the city. That is a must for me. That's part of the reason why I was so happy to try and get all this running. And let me get the train over here where I can see it better, and I will try and do a reverse, but I really don't think it'll pull it. Let's stop it right there. So far, surprisingly, it's pulling it. Let's see if it does a derailment. Yeah, it's actually pulling it, guys. I cannot believe it's not breaking apart. I would have thought for sure that would have broke apart. Because typically the Lego magnets are not strong enough to hold it all together. But I'm personally ecstatic. This is awesome. This is what I've been wanting, is to get both of my trains going. And a GoPro on them. Like I said, I can do a track view of that side, and I can do a GoPro view of this side. But I have a lot of buildings I'm going to have to try and finagle with in order to make that a possibility. Let me come back over here so I can see the screen a little bit. Thank you so much, Greg. He says congratulations. And my screen is acting goofy, so I don't know if I'm having internet issues. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut these down. And then I'm going to come back over to my computer. I hope I wasn't having internet issues. And I apologize if I was. But let me get some of these cameras back over in the build space, and then I'll sit and talk for a few more minutes. I'm still ecstatic. I cannot believe that I actually have that running. That is just freaking awesome. I never thought I'd have that running by the end of this year anyway. Let me put it that way. So I'm pretty stoked, to say the least. And let me get the other camera moved. And a little bit more for Santa. I'm still shocked it actually did it though. Brick Sergeant, like I said, I really did not think it would. Because I've never had luck with the Lego, the magnets. They never wanted to work for me. And I am tripping, trying to keep my cords from snagging. Because what'll happen is if I let them snag, it'll unplug. And let's bring that back down. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. And we are back. Now, like I was talking about, and I'm trying to get this a little bit more adjusted. What I was talking about when I was over there, and I'm hoping you guys can still hear me anyway. What my intention is in this coming year is to get a few more cameras. And part of the reason that I want to get a few more cameras is instead of me having to grab and run my cameras back and forth across the barn when I'm doing a live stream like I just did, instead of me having to drag the cables and all that out over to there, I want to just flip a switch, take a walk, go over there, show it, and all that good stuff. Paul Best says, I need a studio manager. Really? No, because you would be the last choice. Because I wouldn't want to hear it every day. And if I could ever go full time, I would probably hire a bunch of staff, but I don't. I mean, it's a long way off. I, and just in case I did not say thank you because I was kind of over in my own world playing with my trains. Get the Bricks says Choo Choo for $4.99. Papa's Bricks said love the train for $9.99. Franken Bricks did $6.99 and says thanks for the inspiration. He got his second passenger train set finally finished. And thank you so much, Thomas Davey. Paul R says was working fine. Aaron DeLilo says you're the best at building, and thank you so much. Angry Bird says I got both of them before they prices skyrocketed. Aaron DeLilo says the coolest thing ever. Okay, I actually think I'm caught up, but you're not the first person to. Yep, Paul got slammed because I wouldn't want to have to hear that all day every day. I've had a few people that have actually asked me that though, if I would be willing to hire somebody and so on and so forth, and I think a lot of people miss the point that this is not full-time for me. I wouldn't mind making it full-time. If I could make it full-time, I would definitely look into possibly paying somebody to kind of do things for me and help me out. But with me having a full-time job and the fact that I really don't want anybody else out here until I can get a full bathroom installed, and I don't know when I'll ever do that. It's a matter of me getting off my lazy butt and doing the work because I got to tie into my septic. Because the wife doesn't want people in and out of the house. That's like the biggest reason nobody's allowed here. And happy wife, happy life. What was the deal I got? Oh, you're talking about when I bought my trains? The passenger trains, I paid, I think it was 111, 112. It was right around 100 that I paid for them when I bought them both. Paul says you wouldn't hear anything, so I'd keep it clean. Anyway, I think I'm caught up on comments, guys. But thank you for the ride. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys, tonight. I've been on for 3 hours now, which for me is incredibly long. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here because it's going on 11 o'clock. I'm going to run that beautiful bean footage, though, here in a minute. First, I have to... Where did all my stuff go because I lost? There it is. Now my screens are back to normal. Okay, now I feel better. Brick Sargent says Big Train Depot has been working on a U.S. style of the train coupling car couplings. Daryl, you might want to check on that with Cam. I have not talked to Cam in a while. I know he's been extremely busy, but I definitely will look into that because for those of you that don't know what Brick Sargent's talking about, BTD is Big Train Depot. They have an awesome website. They have instructions you can download on mills plates, watering towers, all different kinds of things that you can do in a Lego city. And they also do make custom track and things of that nature, quite a bit like FX Bricks. And if you ever get a chance, check them out. Cam is the owner and operator of the BTD, so that's what he was actually referring to for those that know. But anyway, let me roll that beautiful bean footage, guys. Ron DeFritz, hey, how you doing? I'm sorry, I am just now ending though. And why is that going so ungodly fast? I didn't even get a chance to read that, it went so fast. Where's my speed? Where's my speed? Let's try that again. Because that was crazy fast. That's even faster. So I went the wrong way. Try it one more time. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. I'm going to try this one more time. Obviously, I did an adjustment, speed adjustment, and before I went on the stream, and I did not check it, so I apologize for this, guys, because normally I like to make it more clear, let me put it that way. But anyway, I want to give a very special thank you to Brick Sargent, R. Claxton, Get the Brick, Papa's Bricks, Frank's and Bricks, Bruce Kuhn, Anthony Perot, Brooks Bricks, Paul R., and Brett Tucker, and also Pinchas Lewis, and I hope I said that correctly, in Macro Bricks. I apologize that my screen roll is not going as correct as I wanted it to, because I don't like it to be like that, and again, I apologize for it being blipped up like that. So again, so sorry on that, but I think I caught everybody's name, and again, thank you so much, everybody, for all your awesome donations. You guys are amazing. You have definitely put me in the realm of buying some more equipment and trying to make these streams even better. But on that note, I am going to be checking out of here and say, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below, and hopefully we'll see you next time on Bevan's Bricks. Thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate it. Good night.